We had said the week of the tournament we would kind of get the wheels in motion on a Dan Leach bet. I get very tired of a lot of things Dan Leach does. However, his insistence on gambling discussion with ridiculous claims on how many games he's hitting is just offensive to every one of my sensibilities. Look, there is not a single person on the planet who can select games at a 70% clip. Not one. Not a pro, not someone you think is a pro, not the guy who hides in the shadows and just bets tons of money. It doesn't exist.
Unless you're a millionaire.
It doesn't exist. So I had said, okay, put up or shut up. We need to figure something out with Dan. Now, there's going to be a pick'em this week. How we shape that pick'em, Dan's involvement in that pick'em, whether we're having him on the air, how many games we select, and mainly what the punishment should be if he loses or the fruits of his labor should be if he wins. We want to make you, the listener, the driving force of this. I want to read the ticket text coming in first. It's got to be Leach versus Mike, no question. Oh, guys, come on. Mike and T, I want Leach in the pick'em. Also, I'll see you guys in Vegas. Tyler, Fenton. If you lose, Dan Leach gets to host with you guys for a day. What does he possibly have to offer us of that equal value? Do you guys see the link to Leach's bracket? It looks like a 5-year-old filled it out, Mike, in a car. What about having your dog, Leo, or an Otis pick against Dan? Same brain power. That's from Adam.
I like that one.
Mike, if you lose, you need to listen through an entire Titans basketball play-by-play with Dan.
I actually listened to like 9 minutes the other day.
Mike needs a podcast to break down and talk college basketball and football. Okay. Dan Leach versus Sully. Each guy picks 5 per day. Rieger's mom versus Leach. That's unacceptable. All right.
No, they picked the same game.
Brought to you from Tufts University. The smartest man at this station.
Wojo?
Fury touchdown.
No, I didn't say Harbaugh's ass crack.
Oh.
No, Bibbs is the funniest guy.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
Most
Well,
played
listen,
out.
I first of all have to defend my good man, Dan Leach. I have won a lot of money taking his picks.
You have not.
I have financed my kids through college, all thanks to the the DTM betting machine.
Good
Cool.
for you.
Oh, that's nice.
I think, okay, I was going to say it should just be you against Dan because you're the one who has a problem with it. But then after hearing Hatchet, maybe it should be Mike and Hatchet versus Dan.
But Jamie.
But here are the odds. Here's what I'd say you guys do.
Let me hear it.
You do the first round. You pick 32 games.
No.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I feel like a caller. Okay. You pick 32 games.
Click.
Mike against Dan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If Mike wins, Dan has to stay off all social media for a week.
Oh, jeez. And Mike's already doing that.
I have a better idea.
If Dan wins, Mike has to go on. No. Mike has to use the term sticks at least 4 times an hour for an entire week.
Ooh.
Come on.
Swizzle stick.
Right, so if a caller calls in and says, Victor Martinez's hamstring is hurt, Mike would say, hamstring sticks.
Which is true, by
Okay,
the way.
I got an idea. We'll one-up you.
That's fine. That's just an idea.
First of all, I'm not committing to taking him on. I don't claim to be an expert at it.
I agree with Sully. That's what the people want to hear.
Yeah.
They want to hear either you or Dan in some level of embarrassment.
Because you are pretty good, dude. You break it down.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the one who guarantees all your picks.
I do not.
Every time you make a pick, you say, and I'm always right.
That's how dare you. Let me give
That is
you.
true. He does say that.
I'll give you a better angle. If whoever takes on Dan, maybe it's
You.
me, wins. Forget about this whole off of it for a week. We get to delete his Twitter and Facebook. Delete
God,
it.
You always. That's why I call him Mikey X.
Delete
It's
it.
extreme with
No,
this
but
guy.
wait. Here's what I'm offering in return. He gets a full-time spot on our picks all fall long. He gets afternoon drive to spit his drivel regarding picks every Friday at 3:30 and 5:30. He joins the fray. Another noted Leach sycophant has joined us. It's Wojo.
Why do you hate him so much?
Hey, what's up there, stamp licker?
Hey.
Oh, the beat marches.
At least I've got a telephone, a light pole slicker.
See you in Brooklyn.
Woo! No. We're
One of the
following
great
Spartans.
rivalries in all of sports. Michigan and Notre Dame is back.
And you know what? They're going to play under the lights Friday.
That's right.
Now, listen. Here's what I'm proposing. But see, I already told you you're not going to like it because it doesn't involve death or mayhem.
No, there's no mayhem. I'm offering something that is hundreds of times more valuable than he's offering me.
Okay, if you
I'm
win,
offering him an audience on this show.
Okay, if you win, you get to hold Leach's head underwater for 5 minutes until he drowns.
If I can get away with it. No,
Okay,
I'm
see
kidding.
that?
No.
Now,
Stop
can
it.
we back it down from there? Here's my suggestion. I actually think this is good, but you won't like it. But I think it's actually excellent. Okay? If you win, you get to, out there in the parking lot, burn 3 of Leach's favorite items of clothing, including the space coat.
Oh my.
And-
He only owns 3.
Okay, the space coat.
He's
and
got
2
that
of his-
ugly white polo shirt with the turquoise stripe. He's got a space coat, and he's got a dirty U of D T-shirt.
No, he's got some Michigan garb you'll want to burn.
Yeah, that's true.
That brings me no pleasure.
3, but it'll bring him pain. That's
Because
what you
after this
want.
pick'em contest is over with, that's all he'll have left. Because his
Okay.
dignity will be gone.
3 items of clothing of his favorite, including the space coat burned out there in the parking lot. If he wins, you have to do 1 4-hour overnight shift with him.
Here's the problem. What I'm doing is so much more valuable than what I'm getting.
What are you talking? But it'll bring you pain sitting there for 4 hours
Right,
at 2 in the
except
morning.
it'll bring him pleasure because me on his show would be the best thing that ever
If
happened
he
to that
wins,
program.
he should get some pleasure.
That's true.
Right, but what would I get? Some stupid jacket that probably cost $20?